Hey, Toker fans. What is up? I am back with a recommendation. One of my favorite movies of all time, and one of my favorite video game adaptations as well. It is The Warriors, 1979's The Warriors. I don't think I had to say 1979. There's no sequels or remakes or anything of this movie, which is good. But the video game was, I don't think it was a sequel. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played that game. And they don't have it on Steam because I did go look for it because I want to play it again, but I don't know if I can get it for PC. Yeah, I'm not like normally a PC guy, but I've been broke the last couple of years, so no new PlayStation for me. But we'll see what happens this summer. But anyway, enough about my depressing life. I'm doing like kind of got a schedule I wrote down that I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to do like a video like this one, commentary, and a brief description, which I haven't done one of those yet, but I think my next video will be a brief description of Infinity War, Avengers. And it's, well, my notes are pretty funny, so that one should be good. See, these the must-watches, the recommendations I do, I try to keep them pretty spoiler-free, but brief description, or whatever I'm going to call it, those will be very spoilered. Yeah. And it'll be my take on what happened in the movie, so it may not be accurate either. And then I'll obviously do a commentary 1 week too, and then the podcast. I'm going to try to do like one a week, because I still have a full-time job, so yeah, I don't have fucking time to be on YouTube all the time. But I can get at least one video. Last week, I got fucked up. I got fucked up because like I did my normal shift, but then we shut down the plant where I work. So I had to go on to a normal shift. So basically, I just worked 8 days straight. So yeah, it sucked, and so I just didn't have time to do anything YouTube related. So yeah. But anyway, I'm here to talk about The Warriors. It's a movie I can't recommend enough, but yeah, we'll get to that. For you guys who don't know what The Warriors is, or do know and you're just watching this video because you love The Warriors, but for those who don't know, The Warriors is based off a book written by Sol Yurick. Hopefully I said that right. And he wrote this book based on his experiences as a welfare department worker. So fuck knows what he saw while he was doing that job in a major city. I mean, one of my friend's dads was a cop in my small town where I grew up, and that dude saw some shit. So I can only imagine what Saul saw, and that's probably why I heard he actually thought that this was like a prophecy that he was writing. He thought that the gangs were going to actually rise up on Coney Island at one point. And I mean, I guess he's wrong so far, I guess. But yeah, this movie actually is like a futuristic movie too, so it's, even though it's not like Blade Runner or anything, it does kind of have like a sci-fi feel to it. The look and feel of this movie makes it one of the more unique movies out there. It's weirdly sci-fi when it didn't really need to be, but it was a really cool decision to blend the gang movie with the sci-fi genre and surrealist overtones. Also, it was nice to see this kind of movie where it wasn't a dystopian, or wasn't in a dystopia where the city is mostly destroyed. This is like right before that happens. This is like 2 years probably, and then it's going to be Escape from Coney Island. Okay, because I couldn't remember, so I just looked up what happened in Escape from New York. And apparently the city was destroyed by rising crime. So, fan theory here. Maybe Escape from New York is a sequel to The Warriors. You know, if the gangs ever did rise up like that, it would only take 2 or 3 years before everyone fucked the city to death. Also, judging by how homeless camps treat cities like LA, I'm guessing Escape from New York probably smelled like an absolute diseased pussy. The Warriors does something that not a lot of other movies are willing to do, especially in a sequel-driven modern age. There's not a happy ending for everyone in this movie. Not to give too much away, but not everyone in the gang makes it to the end of the movie. And you don't know who it's going to be, you know? Because there's not really a main character quite. Maybe Swan is the main character, but not knowing who's going to go or who's going to live or who's going to die kind of adds a level of danger that most movies don't have. But if they had made a sequel, I'm pretty certain that some characters would be safe. But in this movie, everyone was fair game as far as we're concerned, so we don't know who it's going to be till the credits rolled. But yeah, if there was a sequel, I don't think any of the warriors that survived this movie would die. But it would have been like a new member that no one gave a shit about, or, as they say, the Lost Guide to Killing Folk, which means they just introduce new characters just to kill them off a few episodes later, just to keep things quote-unquote shocking. But in a warrior sequel, they'd pull some shit like Swan would be like, okay, me, Cowboy, Rembrandt, Vermin, we'll all go this way, around the rival gang's territory. And you guys, Boat Show, Pizza Man, TV Remote Control, you guys all go the safer route, directly through our rival gang's territory. Or, you know, something like that. I don't think it'd be that blatant, but who knows. Also, not everyone in the gang is a good guy or a hero.
Maybe all of you just going faggot.
Ajax is essentially the guy who I'm guessing most criminal gangs have to deal with at some point. The sadist. He's obviously the guy who's on your bank heist squad, but even when the heist is going well, he ends up blowing some poor bastard away. Like, he saw my elbow, man. He saw my elbow. He knows my name's Mike Johnson, and I live at 734 Boulevard Drive. I had to waste him, man. It's what's right. Is that guy worse, or is the incompetent guy who gets you caught because he forgot to wear his mask? And he took a dump at the bank and forgot to flush? I guess what I'm really trying to say is just be careful who you commit crimes with, alright? This movie is incredibly intense too. I mean, when you realize that a whole part of New York City wants to murder eight guys, and every step could be literally their last. It's a cat and mouse game, except that the mouse knows how to throw down and the cat has a flair for costumes. Also, there's no GPS or internet or anything like that. And they're all somewhat lost from where they normally are because they're out of their neighborhood. And they have to hope that they're going the right way, because if they don't, probably going to be found or killed. Or made to join the orphans.
What a man you are.
Now, as intense as this movie is, the fight scenes may not be the best. But this movie is 45 years old, and it would be the only reason I would want it to be remade. But I actually don't want someone to fuck it up, so I'll take the fight scenes as they are. And, yeah, they can only fuck this movie up by remaking it, so I'll take the 7 out of 10 fight scenes and a 9.5 out of 10 movie. Also, this movie provides a lot of evidence that women are the downfall of men.
Like this.
We know about the Warriors. They're heavy outfit. Well, sure, we know about you guys.
How'd you hear about us?
You know how it is. Word gets around.
Well, yeah, I guess we are pretty well known.
Uh-huh. Come on.
Not that we need any evidence of that, but at least it's acknowledged often in this movie, unlike most modern entertainment. Just joking, feminists.
Show up? Ooh, looks like something else showed up.
Well, hey. Now, look at what you find here in the big city.
Hey, you guys, we ain't got time. Are you kidding? Times that we got plenty of.
Also, it may be hard for people to see, but these characters are younger than you think. They just look older because most of them are in their mid to late 20s, and it was the late 70s, so, you know, hard living. But the only reason I mention it is because it's very Lord of the Flies, like what they're out there doing and stuff. Like, you let teens run around completely unsupervised, they're gonna go around trying to fucking kill each other. You know, when they aren't fucking each other. And I think I know the culprit to this whole societal problem.
I'll tell you what I want. I want something now. This is the life I got left. You know what I mean? You get a warrior, huh?
Now, if they were ever going to bring this back, I think that they should do it as a TV show, like on HBO or, you know, streaming service where it can be violent and shit. But also, I just think it would be cool to kind of see, like, had like the season finale of the first season be this movie. And the first season's just like a lead up to all the events that led to all these things happening. Beyond that, I don't think I really want to see it back. I mean, and even if they did bring it back, they'd probably just make it shitty and like all the warriors would be like chicks or something and they'd be trying to teach us some stupid lesson we don't care about. I don't know. But as of now, I'm glad that there's no sequel. It's just a video game, what I love. Also, you can't go wrong with the Joe Walsh music, you know. It's very much appreciated. The man's a genius. I don't know if you like the Eagles, but I do. But what I really like is James Gang. If you never heard of James Gang, go check them out. You'll like them. Now, normally I go on to list all the characters of this movie, but there's really only one thing or two things you really need to know is Swan is mean, but the nice kind of mean, and his kryptonite is smiling. And Ajax is an asshole.
Shoot! Good. I'm sick of running from these whips.
The rest of them are pretty much what you expect to young people in a gang. And you'll kind of have your own favorites, but I think most people agree it's Swan's the coolest. Also, it's kind of crazy because people actually listen to the radio in this show or movie. And it's like, wow, that was actually important to young people back then. That's where they get their news, especially these warriors, because the DJ is actually talking to them. So, I mean, it's very important to them. But yeah, can you imagine on a Friday night just listening to the radio with your friends? I can, because I'm old, but...
All right now, for all you boppers out there in the big city, all you street people with an ear for the action, I've been asked to relay a request from the Gramercy Riffs. It's a special for the Warriors. That's that real live bunch from Coney, and I do mean the Warriors.
So in closing, if you're looking for like an intense fighting movie that's also a sci-fi, surrealistic, kind of like a Clockwork Orange kind of shit, then The Warriors is probably for you. It's kind of cool. It takes place over one night, but it's very intense. Like, they're running for their lives all night, and, you know, every gang in Coney Island's looking for them. So, if that appeals to you, then I highly suggest you check out The Warriors. And I'll give it 9.5 out of 10 easy. I enjoy it every time I watch it. And it's great. Like I said, it's a very unique movie. It blends a lot of different genres together, so yeah, it definitely stands out. And, you know, it's kind of a cult favorite. I'm kind of surprised it wasn't more popular back then, though, because I could definitely see my dad getting into that movie. Although I don't think he's ever watched it, because he hasn't watched a lot of cult movies, so who knows? I'll ask him next time I talk to him. Anyways, it's the Mad Toker signing off, and thank you.
You know I like traveling too.
Where have you ever been?
I've never been anywhere.
Come on, buddy. You can do it. You can do it. Don't be scared. You can smile. You can smile. You can do it.